Again, duck under if you want. Yeah, the Fred Meyer special.
I got mine in Montana. Oh, yours is a 560.
Oh, geez.
I don't have that much.
Hi, Wally.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's my daughter. You met my daughter before.
Yeah, a while ago. You've grown, huh? Why? Hello.
Hi. You got a promise? I never get that.
Doctor, he said it doesn't.
That's my doctor. He basically told me that, well, you're getting old.
He never
Yeah, will you just stare at me?
Because I was going to make one for religious house. Yes, in your car. Let's just make a pad for your car.
They don't like us.
How are you?
Hello. Sure. Thanks.
What's it done?
Should we start?
Start.
Hi, Wendy. Hey, Linus. Hello. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Good.
That's great.
Standing right behind you.
Hello? And welcome. My name is Mary Winsick, and I'm the president of ILWU Local 5. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to come out today, not just for the Powell's workers, but for all the other workers that are going through their own labor struggles. One of the benefits of being in the union, besides decent wages, good health care, and protection of the job, is the solidarity that happens when we, the workers, come together to support each other. It's really exciting to see so many friends and familiar faces and new ones here in the place where history happened a few years ago. Do you guys remember the Valentine's rally where Larry the Longshore married Michael Powell right over here? Or how about when the ILWU, 500 people strong, crossed Burnside, parting the cops like it was the Red Sea to join us in our ULP strike?
All right. Mayday.
Mayday. It's been a long struggle for the Powell's workers. We started organizing in 1998, got our union election in April of '99, and then after so much time, after so many unfair labor strikes, countless hours at the bargaining table, and God knows how many hours spent on education of the community, our workers, of management, and of Michael Powell, we finally got our first union contract.
All right.
And we know the second time is going to be hard as well. But that's why we're starting now. Sorry. This rally is to kick off the contract campaign, and we want it to be fun. Feel free to chant when you want to, dance when you feel like it, and learn all you can about the different labor struggles, and eat all that wonderful vegan soup that's provided by Local 5 right across the way.
All right.
It's okay, Longshore and Teamsters, it's okay to eat vegan. But please, do not get run over by the trolley. Don't get hit by any cars. And this is not a picket or strike, so please allow people through the crowd and let deliveries be made. But believe me, God forbid, if we have to go on strike in the fall, Local 5 will ask you guys to be here. Because all of us together want Powell's to stay the best union bookstore on this planet. Now I would like to introduce one of our brothers from Local 8, the Longshore Division of the ILWU, Jim Dahl, the Vice President of Local 8.
ILWU. Hold on.
We just went through a contract negotiation, as everybody here knows, because I've seen most of you at all our rallies. It was a long, hard struggle that we had government interference. We've had numerous interventions by the Bush administration. We had troubles up and down the coast. Well, we came through with it. We got a contract, and that's what's going to happen with Local 5 at Powell's. They will get a contract. We will be here supporting them in every step of the way. As I see, most everybody here will be there. Teamsters, Justice, UAW, laborers, carpenters, see them all. Been here, we'll all be here again. Continue the fight to gain respect and working rights for the workers.
Yeah!
ILWU is strong in all aspects, and we'll be here supporting Local 5 in every step of the move. Thank you very much.
Here to speak about her union experience, she's a Powell's Burnside employee, Britta
coming out today to support you. For all of us! As you know, when we first started our contract negotiations and voted in the union, I wasn't a big union supporter. I felt that I had a great boss and my company was going to stand behind me. Well, they didn't. I've continued to be harassed by them. And if it wasn't for Local 5 and my union brothers and sisters, I, as a single mom, would have been out of a job and on the street with my daughter. The policies that they have made don't respect the workers, don't respect the quality of education that I have brought to the store. All they care about is whether we clock in on time. She had prepared a little speech today, but I think she's kind of nervous. What she wanted to say is thanks to Local 5 and everyone who is out here today as we go into our contract negotiations. Local 5 saved her mom's job, and we are now big union supporters. Thank you all for coming out today and supporting
Picture of Meredith Schreiber with the L5 Local 5 sticker on. Talk to your left, behind you. Oh, really?
It's so bright inside. It's like every week they like do food and lunch for like 18 hours for 20 days. It's so I go and make them like a serve it and then
Andrew Daly here.
I will.
Not only are we here to celebrate the struggles of the Powell workers, we are also here to highlight the brave workers that are engaged in struggles of their own. Here to speak from the United Auto Workers, Local 492, is shop steward for the machinist, Mike Ravenas. Mike has been employed by Williams Control for 24 years and has been on strike since September 9, 2002. And I'm pretty sure I butchered his last name.
That's close enough. I'll give you a sticker, yeah, dude.
Yes. What's your name again?
And your name?
Hi, my name is Mike Ravenas. On behalf of the United Automobile, Aerospace, and Agricultural Implement Workers of America, UAW Local 492. The beginning of our story is a long one. But what I can tell you today is that I am proud of our members at the Williams unit. They took a stand against corporate greed.
Yes.
The strike based on unfair labor practices has been going on since September 9, 2002. 24 weeks through wind and weather, this group has stayed together. We continue to believe in ourselves, and we know we are a hard-working group of individuals who, as a group, helped a small company become one of the most prosperous small companies in all of America. Over 50% of our workforce has 20 or more years seniority, and with our many years of experience, we have a vast knowledge of the product line. With public safety being of critical importance, quality has always been our #1 priority, and we are proud of the jobs we do. And while it seems sometimes that the wheels of justice grind slow, that within a democracy, the orderly process of such a government lies the hope of the worker in advancing society towards the ultimate goal of social and economic justice. It's not just a hope, but it's our belief. With 100% solidarity, we display our patience. We have always strived to have a good relationship with management. We deserve a fair contract, a contract with no takeaways. My union brothers and sisters employed with Williams Controls remain confident that we shall prevail. And we thank everyone for your continuing support. Thank you.
On Thursday night, the teachers from Portland Public Schools gave moving and amazing testimony at the Workers' Rights Board. Marianne Hall, a high school special needs teacher employed at the Metropolitan Learning Center, will give you an update why the Portland teachers are getting such a raw deal.
Yay, teachers!
Hi, I'm Marianne Powell, Portland Public School teacher at Metropolitan Learning Center. I'm here today to suggest that our superintendent, Jim Swersinger, his Human Resources Director, Steve Goldschmidt, and the Portland Public School District have little understanding of what education is. Teaching requires that people have empathy, love, and understanding of students, and these people seem to have no understanding of that. They're treating us very poorly. Not only are they trying to take away our basic health care needs, they're also trying to bust our union and destroy our contracts. The Oregonian continues to mostly report on the health care tax, and they haven't really gone into any detail about the 22 various contract setbacks that they're also including a transfer policy that would allow them basically to keep us in schools that we don't want to be in, or to change us at their whim. I've worked in a low-income school at Harriet Tubman Middle School for 4 years with special needs when I moved here, and was placed in a situation where I was teaching in a behavior classroom. I realized that the main administration in Portland Public Schools had little understanding of how to meet the needs of these students. This school was targeted for success. Instead of actually helping us to meet the needs, they continued and will continue to increase class sizes. We will need your support we will really need your support in holding out on our health care caps. Thanks to everyone.
We support teachers. We're not in school, we can't.
Remember, there's soup across the way if you want some. How many people here know what Jobs with Justice is? How many people here are members of Jobs with Justice? How many people want to be members of Jobs with Justice? We would not be gathered here today if it hadn't been for Jay with Jay, because there would not be a Local 5. Here to speak on its behalf is Lori King.
Hey, Lori.
ILWU Local 5, you have made a slam dunk in Oregon's labor history. Organized in the difficult retail trades in a big shop, that's very difficult. You want a union shop in a climate where the bosses are pushing for open shops. You fought for and won a union shop. You take courageous stands on social issues. You take very courageous stands. For instance, no war in Iraq. And you are going to show the strength and the unity to get a decent second contract at Powell's bookstore. Am I right? If Michael Powell doesn't negotiate with respect for
recently we've been supporting, just in the last couple of months, we've been supporting UAW strikers at Williams Control. Supporting province nurses. Supporting school teachers and dock workers who fight for a decent contract on the dock. The key to jobs and justice is working people's power, and that's our pledgers. How many people here are pledgers? Let's see that again. Let's have a hand for all the pledgers for jobs and justice. Pledgers take part of their life to act out in solidarity with other people. 5 times a year, pledgers come out to support other people's struggles. The bosses think we only care about our own struggles, but the pledgers of jobs and justice show that that's not true, and that holds the power to win when we come out to other people's struggles. Who here is not a pledger yet? Yes, raise your hand if you're not a pledger. Okay, for those of you who are not yet pledgers, I encourage you to sign a pledge card today to build a movement, to have fun, to show your solidarity, and to win. My last word is ILWU Local 5.
When you think of the ILWU, many people think about burly longshore or quasi-intellectual bookstore workers. But the ILWU encompasses many different occupations, such as hotel workers, site messengers, and now, once they get their first contract, security guards. We have here Rick Harvey, who comes from a long line of union tradition. His grandfather was a logly. To speak briefly about the trials of getting that first contract.
I want to thank Mary for letting me deal with one of my greatest fears, and that's not talking to
They're fine, they know each other.
standing on a ladder.
I know, it's scary.
My name is Rick Harvey. I work over at the Oregon Convention Center. We organized in the Department of Special Services, which is the security department, last January. We joined ILWU Local 28, which already represents Port of Portland Security and Port of Tacoma Security. We joined here with the last big block of workers over at the convention center that wasn't organized. We decided that it was time. A couple of the issues that would got us involved is we have a brown-nosed pay plan called Pay for Performance. And under that plan, once you need to reach the mid-range point of your salary scale, you don't get a raise. We have people that have been working over there that haven't received a COLA for at least 5 to 7 years. So we decided, based on that, and last year at the same time, my employer changing the personnel policies in the first page and a half talks about you're here at will, your will or our will, whichever will gets way first. We decided to go union, and because of that, at will language, management gave us a unanimous vote. It scared the last fence sitters on our side of the fence, and I'm very grateful for management, at least for that one. Where we stand right now, we go into mediation on Monday. Pay for performance is the issue. We're hoping that we can drive the witness stake to the heart of PFP, or as we would endearingly call it, pay for perception. Wish us luck. We thank ILWU Local 5 for letting me be here. The other ILWU Locals 8, Inland Boatmen's Union, ILWU 28 for the support. We have other issues. Our part-time people have joined with us. They've had to form a separate unit because the employer argued that we had no common interest, no community of interest. That's even though me being here today, I have a part-time person working in my place. Well, we have no community of interest. So again, they're up next as soon as we're done, and hopefully VFD will go die on Monday once our contract will be completed.
Security guards are not the only workers who are struggling to get that elusive first contract. The nurses at Providence, Milwaukee are engaged in that struggle as well. Here to speak on their behalf is Laura Laurier.
I used to be able to say I was new at this, but after over a year of doing this, I'm not new anymore. We voted for a union December 14th, 2001. We started bargaining March 1st. I'm on the bargaining team. And, well, we're still bargaining. We have settled on several small issues, whether we can have a bulletin board, whether they can have access to our information, whether we can access our personnel files. But as far as the things that we really organize for, which is having a voice in how the patient care in our hospital is delivered, they're stonewalling us. As far as whether we're going to be able to retire after 40 or 45 years and not live in a dump, we're also sold on that. They changed our retirement 4 or 5 years ago and still have over a year and not provided the information to our union that explains our retirement to us. And they say that we're wrong. It's been a long haul. We meet just about every week. There's days when I just want to quit and go home, but then I come someplace like this, and I see all of you, and it gets you going again. All the other local unions have come out and supported us at rallies. We had a workers' rights board hearing in December that we had over 300 people attend. Woo! It's been incredible, but we're still struggling, and we still need your support. I have some cards, and if you feel like filling them out and mailing them to Russ Gallagher, who's the CEO. We did a rally in front of his office a week or so ago, but he was in Hawaii, so we didn't see it. We need help. I mean, they are trying to change the way or dictate the way that we deliver care to our patients. Those of us at the bedside are the ones that know we're trained to deliver this, but they're telling us, no, you don't need to do it that way. You do it our way because it costs us and it saves us money. And that's not true. It's not going to happen. And if we come down to a strike this spring, I don't know. It's been 14 months. We really don't see a whole lot of progress. So we need your support whenever we can get it. Thanks for listening.
Not only are our teachers getting trashed by that contract, so-called contract, the students are losing out as well. Here to speak to that is Marco Lampson, student at Metropolitan Learning Center.
Dollars for school, not for Bob.
So, I'm Marco Lampson, and I think I'm gonna just talk about our group. I don't know if everyone knows about it. I'm from the Student Activist Alliance, which is a group trying to organize within the schools. And so, I think that what we're going through right now is that we're trying to figure out what we're trying to figure out a couple of things. One, we need to continue to have solidarity with the teachers and continue to go to their things and support them in all the ways. Another thing that we're trying to figure out at this point is what's going to happen to us when they close down the schools. And so what we're trying to do at this point is to kind of figure out schooling during those times. We're actually having a forum to draw community support in to see if the community is willing to help us start these schools up. It's happening this Monday actually, February 24th, 6:30 at PSU Smith Center, room 355. And we're trying to look for all kinds of people to come down and help us kind of support us in what we're trying to do. So Yeah. One of the things we're trying to deal with is actually trying to organize within the schools, and a lot of that is kind of interesting to do because, you know, it's hard to organize just, you know, organizing, but to organize without doing it before, it's just like, you know. So we're trying to look for like all kinds of union support and people just kind of help us, you know, along and stuff like that. So.
Great.
Okay, this is the part where I get kind of gushy. Okay, I don't even know if I should read this. This is really dorky, this first part, but I'll start here. If you look up the word solidarity in the dictionary, you notice it mentions Tom Leadham and local Teamsters 206. I know if we or any other group of workers need them, Tom and the rest of the local 206 people, along with the Teamster Truck, will be there blasting that song, Eye of the Tiger, over and over and over until we get a contract. Please welcome Tom Leadham.
It's really good to be here with so many friends and allies. I'm really proud of what Local 5 has done. I don't know if you know, but their leadership, Mary Winzig and others, have not just built solidarity and support in this community, but also around the U.S. and Canada. And that's going to be very important as you fight for that second contract. As Teamsters, we've got our own struggles. About a year ago, we organized Golden State Foods. They supply all of the McDonald's restaurants. The issues at Golden State aren't economic. It's about respect on the job. It's about rights and a voice in the work that they do. 2 weeks ago, we took a strike vote. We had a great turnout, and we got better than a 95% authorization for a strike. Yeah! We're going to win a good contract at Golden State. There's no doubt, because the company can't divide us. We're united, and we're going to win. There are 30,000 Teamsters in the state and in Southwest Washington. I want Local 5 to know we'll support you all the way. If you ask us don't buy books, we won't buy books. If worse comes to worse, if you put up a picket line, we won't pick up, we won't deliver, we won't cross your line.
From everything that I'm reading in the media, it seems most likely we'll be at war with Iraq in about 2 weeks. Watch out for Michael Phelps train. Though times are scary and they seem bleak, I still believe there is hope. 11 million people around the globe marched last weekend for peace. Over 200 labor unions in this country have come out publicly against George Bush's war for oil.
All right.
And it doesn't matter what side you're on, or I should say sides of the political spectrum. Whether you're Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Jews from Buchanan, or Marxist, I think we all can agree. The workers are going to pay for this war. Yay!
you, Mary. I'm here to talk a little bit about why unions should be against the war and what we should do to bring that about. Local 5 has really taken the leadership in this. They were one of the first local unions in the United States to come out against the war.
Local 5!
The Vanguard. Union members work together to win good contracts and laws to protect their rights on the job. They also take a stand when there are major national issues that have a big impact on working people. Labor unions have recognized the role for labor on social and economic justice issues. Examples include statewide living wage campaigns, support for immigrant rights in the U.S., fights against privatizing public jobs in the U.S. and El Salvador, and organizing for free trade agreements that protect workers and the environment around the globe. Portland Labor for Peace and Justice believes that a war on Iraq is one of those issues that will have a dramatic effect on all of us.
Right!
The war will drain away billions of our tax dollars that are desperately needed for our economy, our healthcare system, our schools, and other services we all depend on. With this understanding, unions all across the country are passing anti-war resolutions and rallying with people throughout the world in huge demonstrations. January 18th, February 15th, and March 15th coming up.
Yeah,
that's right. Against the U.S. invasion of Iraq. I'd like to just say that Mary Winzig, who just spoke a little about this, has been a leader in this. She was in Chicago on December 11th when the U.S. Labor Against the War was formed. So Portland was represented there. There is a huge groundswell of union support against the war all over the country and around the world. This administration is successfully using the threat of war as a distraction from our failing economy and growing attacks on working people.
That's right.
Already, the threat of terrorism has been used to weaken unions' ability to organize and bargain. Bush used the Taft-Hartley Act to force longshoremen back to work. Threatened to use soldiers to seize ports and unload cargo. Workers' ability to strike to bring economic pressure on companies should be a basic right.
That's right.
Right. But the administration believes that a strike that threatens to cause economic hardship, which is the purpose of most strikes, may be broken for risking homeland security. We're here to support unions' rights to bargain freely and without government intervention. Yes, that includes locally Williams Control, Providence Milwaukee nurses, teachers, security, people at the convention center, and Powell's bookstore, ILWU Local 5. That's right. Yep. Contracts, not bombs. 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 Thank you. Portland Labor for Peace and Justice is involved in the major rallies and marches. Our next major march is going to be on March 15th. We're going to be having a special labor feeder march to that. Woo! Marching under the banner Labor for Peace, which I know some of you have already marched under. We're going to be having a forum on March 1st for people who are going to want to go back to their unions to help pass resolutions against the war. We have little flyers that people will be handing out about that and about our work on March 15th. Thank you very much. All right.
All right, Peter, good job.
I want to remind everyone that the Portland People Response meets every Friday at 5 p.m. at Pioneer Courthouse Square for a rally as it march through downtown Portland. They do tremendous work. It's everybody good to show up for peace. And they're also here to drop the drums and the percussion. So give them a hand. A lot of people don't realize that Local 5 is
We are Local 5 OFC. As you go into your new contract, whether that's through a show of presence, like we're doing right here today, or whether that's through an all-around strike, refusal, or tomorrow, won't have to employees are assigned 100%.
about the importance of the contract.
You know, we're in the tail of some of the you're after all that.
I'm talking about the countless difficult conversations, the friendships, the strength, the passion, and the solidarity. These relationships that got us the contract. There's a group of workers here today from Powell who recently reminded the rest of us what solidarity looks like. They stood up for their rights and came to countless meetings and made decisions collectively. The result was something no officer or steward or executive board could have made happen.
You guys are trying to organize
They called management
Evergreen State College
services.
Oh, we are organizing our second contract.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I wasn't interested
Kind of work that will win us a separate contract,
No.
a more reasonable management rights clause, and a living wage. This is the kind of work that will build this union. The law says that anyone can join a union, but it is a civil right. The law says that employers must bargain in good faith. But it is the will of this community that determines if these things happen. Our contract says that Powell has the sole right to, quote, direct the workforce. But the Local 5 Constitution gives the workers the sole right to direct its union. Please participate in the upcoming elections. Let's not rely on a piece of paper, a bit of language to build this union. Let's keep talking to each other, learning from each other, and making decisions as a union built on relationships. Thank you. Y'all might remember Brian Van Winkle. His testimony at the Powell Workers' Rights Board was quoted in many, many publications. He's a Powell Burnside employee, a union steward, and a candidate for Local 5 union representative. He's here to talk about the importance of a union and if he could ever afford those new shoes. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm getting to that. The importance of a union. You know, steel workers, teamsters, all these kids, they have good, well-paid jobs. These are jobs that pay a living wage. They didn't used to. A long time ago,
Oh, they're just steel workers. We can always find more of them. Oh, they're just teamsters. They can just be replaced. And now, that's pretty much the same state that people in the food service, customer service, bookstores, baristas, bike messengers,
Administration.
public schools. We can just get new ones. Your job has no value. That's what the importance of unions are. Unions have made steel workers and teamsters, carpenters, made them the backbone of this economy, made those living-winning jobs that have made this country have the highest standard of living in the world. But now it's time for it to spread around. It's time for me. When you've been working, you can get told, like, if you don't like it, you can just take off. You can find another $8 an hour job, or another $7 an hour job. There's plenty of them. We can find another one, another face just like it. But with this union, I don't have to do that. I can say, no, I'm going to stay here. I have a problem. If I have a conflict with my manager, I don't have to just leave. I can stay here. I can have health care. I can fight. And Local 5 is going to allow me to go out and may help anyone who wants to have that kind of power in their workplace. If they're willing to seize it, it's theirs. And with all of your help, we'll be able to organize this whole dang town. With the new contract, I got a nice little increase in my wage and I got new shoes.
Where's General Strike? We're going to have a song from General Strike. And there's two. And then there's one more thing. So y'all stick around.
I'm Jay Russo from the Teacher Youth ILWU. And we appreciate your support. We want to be here for you, but I'm also a member of General Strike, the band that sings at rallies like this. Unfortunately, the rest of the band couldn't be here, so I'm going to need your help singing this song. And I've heard this word today used over and over, solidarity forever. Hey!
Yeah, he's going to sing a song.
My flags go. Thanks.
The workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet the evil strength of one, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. With the greedy parasites who would lash us into serfdom and would crush us in fight, won't do anything left to us but to organize and fight, for the union makes us strong. Everybody! Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. That they never toil to earn, but with powder, brain, and muscle, not a single little return. Gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. In our
we would like for you guys to turn in when you go into the store. We're going to have a symbolic march around Powell's books, led off by the drummers. After we make the block, the rally is over. However, I invite all of y'all to go inside and shop at a Union bookstore. Please fill out the red postcards and drop them in a box at the Green Room info marked with the Local 5 stickers, and there's a red black balloon. If you need a red postcard, Ryan Tackett will give you one. Please remember to enter the store respectfully. We are not to interfere with the flow of work. So please shop, 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 and let management know that you support Local 5 and their union drive. Please leave your banners and your balloons outside with one of the marshals. Thanks a lot for coming. Peace and solidarity.
That's not bad. What, he tell you to move?
Yeah, he started telling people, he said, could you make room for the customers to get through? But there was no customers.
Yeah.
Hi, Micah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a strange form of solidarity. Hey, we should trade tapes. I don't have your address, though.
Beep, beep.